Hello, this is John with RunningsShoesGuru.com. Today I will be reviewing Asics Kayano 21. It weighs 11.4 ounces and retails for $160 for the normal colorways or $170 for the light show model that I have right here in my hands. This is quite possibly the loudest shoe that I've ever worn, but it's also the most reflective. Basically anything you see that isn't yellow reflects off the light. The gel even glows in the dark, which I thought was a nice touch. This is the 21st edition of the shoe. This model has been providing runners with a stable ride for over 20 years now, which is pretty impressive. Let's go to the sole unit first. So first right here, what you have is gel on the outer portions of the foot, giving a nice stable ride and help combating against overpronation. On the bottom, you have hardened foam all along, and then you have what Asics calls the guidance line, which goes from the heel all the way down. It helps provide a nice stable ride. Next to the upper portion of the shoe, it has a outer layer of mesh called Fluid Fit. It helps fit in very nicely. This combined with the sock liner makes the shoe fit like a glove. A problem that I've seen with a lot of Asics shoes is that the toe box has very little to no room. This is not the case with these shoes here. There's plenty of room. I never had any issues with any narrowness, and I have a pretty wide foot. The heel had probably the biggest upgrade on the unit. Right here you can see that there is an outer exoskeleton, as Asics puts it, of plastic. And then you have the softer mesh on the inside. In the Kayanos that I've ran with, usually it is a hardened layer of plastic over a little bit of mesh, so this does help it lock in a little bit better. This isn't really the most flexible shoe. As you can see, it's not super flexible, so if you're going to be using this as a run, you can't really use this as a shoe to kind of push over the threshold. It definitely can go fast, but I was definitely pushing myself a lot. It's not necessarily a bad thing though. The longer runs that I did on this shoe were great. My runs over 10 miles were fantastic. I loved it. This is a shoe that I have a lot of history with. The 16 was the first shoe that I ran with. When I was getting fitted for shoes. I ran my first marathon in it. I PR'd in the 17, so I definitely go a long ways back with this shoe. My biggest gripe with this shoe is the price. $160. $170 for one that I have. That's way too expensive for a running shoe. Especially when you have brands like Brooks out there that offer something very similar with something like their Adrenaline GTS line. But beyond that, the shoe is near perfect. It's the flagship of Asics support line for a reason, and if your wallet can take the beating, definitely get these shoes. Thanks.